Ladies and gentlemen, as the motion today as the Indonesian government, this house would ban the SNBP. So ladies and gentlemen, we know that nowadays SNBP is a very popular way to apply to a university. It proves by how many students apply to this SNBP each year. It's like maybe tons of the students. But is it really that effective? Is SNBP is really efficient? Is NBP is really effective, ladies and gentlemen? Ladies and gentlemen, here we as the proposition team of the House, we did agree to this motion. We did agree to ban the SNBP itself. Why is that, ladies and gentlemen? We will give the reason, our argument in our argument. But first, let's do our characterization first. So, what is SNBP? SNBP itself is a way to get in a university through submitting a report score that we obtained during the high school time. So, if we get a maybe a good score or maybe something like that in our high school time, it sure will give a chance to us for us to get a more opportunity to get past to the SNBP itself. Ladies and gentlemen, here we as the Indonesian government, our interest it is to provide a way for the high school students to apply for the college that they need to apply, or to the college that they want in the most efficient and most effective way, ladies and gentlemen. But in reality, ladies and gentlemen, there are so many students that just abusing this opportunity. It's just because there are so many students out there that uh, they are faking their scores so that they have more chances to get uh, pass in the SNBP itself, and that is certainly different for our interest, because it's sure because of that it will sure make the SNBP itself lose its effectiveness, lose its efficiency itself, ladies and gentlemen. So here we as the government side of the house, we want to ban the SNBP, and we left with the SNBT and other like independent way to apply to the university, ladies and gentlemen. Moving to our argument, ladies and gentlemen, about why we support the banning of the SNBP. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we explained before, there are so many students out there that like abusing this opportunity by faking the scores, because because it will make them have more chances to pass through the SNBP. But let's think about it, ladies and gentlemen. We believe that it makes other students that really struggling to get their score perfect during the high school time will feel disappointed, because these students that are basing their score, they would contact a teacher. They would give them maybe something like money or something to fake their score, so that when they apply to SNBP they will have more chance. It will be a really bad thing for the students who are really do this the real way, they're really start struggling to perfect their score, because it will block their opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. It will, because in our society there are so many students that get not passing because of this way of doing, ladies and gentlemen. And it is a very difficult thing to change, ladies and gentlemen, because it's already uh, 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 planted in our society today, ladies and gentlemen. So maybe the other side of the house would say it like, uh, maybe it will just be the same in our side, because we can maybe make other mechanism to prevent that from happening, or it will be just the same because the other method like SNBT or the independent can also be cheated or something like that. But if it is really possible to do that, ladies and gentlemen, but because there are so many years many years it's tried to be solved, but in reality it doesn't really solve, ladies and gentlemen. So we think that it is better to make this like we ban this SNBP, ladies and gentlemen, so we can get rid of a problem, so we can just focus uh, on the other way, so we can develop it to be more efficient, to be more benefiting for the student itself, ladies and gentlemen. Moving to the second argument, ladies and gentlemen, why do we think that it is better uh, uh, to develop the other way, like SNBT and the independent way itself, ladies and gentlemen? So, ladies and gentlemen, like focusing just like to the SNBT, it will sure make it more efficient, because it's something like if we can give it more attention. So uh, the the main problem of the SNBT, if with the cheater we can make other uh, mechanism, so it will be rates totally erased, so it will be really the most efficient way for the students assessment, because uh, it's really because with a test it will be really a proof that you are skilled enough, you are good enough to enter the university itself, ladies and gentlemen. So it will be really a fair play for the students that are really good at studying, or and it will be for the students that are not really good at studying, because it will be just a fair play, not like the SNBP one, that students with that are no good at studying, they can just buy their score, faking the score, something like this, element. And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, uh, we as the government side of the house, we believe that banning the SNBP itself, and uh, giving more attention to the SNBT in way to make it more effective and more efficient is the best way for us to do this event, and that's why we're proud to be the proposition side.